I found out my husband was cheating after a photo exposed the truth. I followed the trail of lies through secret payments, hidden messages, and a beachside cabin. But what I uncovered next left everyone in shock. I'm Claire Donovan, 30 years old, an accountant at this tiny tax firm in a rainy little Oregon coastal town. I've got a husband, Ryan Kessler, 33, a real estate agent who can talk his way out of anything, or so I thought. We've been married 5 years, and up until a few months ago I'd have said we were solid. Not perfect, but solid. Lately, though, I don't know. Something's off and I can't shake it. It hit me hard at this barbecue we threw last weekend. Ryan's idea, of course. Let's have some people over, Claire, loosen up a bit. He's been saying stuff like that more, little digs about how I'm too serious, too stuck in my spreadsheets. I didn't argue. I never do. So I said sure, fired up the grill, and spent the afternoon flipping burgers in our backyard while the rain held off for once. The air smelled like charcoal and wet grass, and I could hear the waves crashing a few blocks. It should have been nice. Ryan invited a bunch of his work friends. I didn't mind at first. I mean, I know some of them, guys he sold houses with, a couple of clients. But then there was Megan. Megan Holt, 27, this freelance photographer with a big Instagram following. Ryan's been mentioning her a lot lately. Oh, Megan's helping me with some listing shots, or Megan's got this cool idea for a property video. I didn't think much of it. He's in real estate. Photos matter, right? But seeing her there, in my yard, laughing with him, that's when it started gnawing at me. She showed up in this flowy sundress, all smiles, carrying a bottle of rosé like she owned the place. Ryan lit up when she walked in. "Megan, you made it." He hugged her. A little too long, if you ask me. I was over by the grill, apron on, hands greasy, and he didn't even look my way. I brushed it off, told myself I was being paranoid. But then the night went on, and it got worse. They all ended up by the fire pit. Ryan, Megan, a few others. I could hear them laughing, their voices carrying over the crackle of the flames. I finished the burgers, piled them on a tray, and walked over. "Food's ready," I said, trying to sound cheerful. Ryan barely glanced up. "Oh, cool, Claire, just set it down over there." Over there, like I was the damn caterer. I stood there for a second, tray in hand, waiting for something. A thanks, maybe? A "hey, come join us"? Nothing. Megan giggled at something he said, her hand brushing his arm. My stomach twisted. I set the tray on the picnic table and went back to the grill to clean up. Nobody noticed. They were too busy passing around beers and telling stories about some house Ryan sold last month. I grabbed a burger for myself and sat on the porch steps, alone, picking at it. It was cold by then, the buns soggy. I could still hear them. Megan's voice cutting through, all bright and loud. "Ryan, you're hilarious." "Hilarious? Since when? He's not that funny with me." I tried to join them later, I really did. I wiped my hands on my jeans, walked over, and squeezed onto the bench next to Ryan. "Hey," I said, forcing a smile. "What's so funny?" He looked at me like I'd interrupted something. "Oh, just work stuff, Claire. You wouldn't get it." Megan smirked, sipping her rosé. The others kept talking, and I just sat there, feeling like a ghost. "Claire, you're hovering," Ryan muttered under his breath. "Hovering? In my own backyard?" I mumbled an excuse and went inside to check on the drinks. Nobody stopped me. I stood in the kitchen, staring out the window at them. Ryan leaned close to Megan, whispering something. She laughed again, tossing her hair. My chest felt tight. Was I imagining it? I mean, he's my husband. We've got a life together, a mortgage, a dog, 5 years of memories. He wouldn't... Would he? I shook it off. Told myself I was tired, that work was stressing me out, that I needed to stop overanalyzing every little thing. But it didn't stop there. The rest of the night, he barely talked to me. When everyone left, I cleaned up alone. Empty beer cans, greasy plates, all of it. Ryan crashed on the couch, scrolling his phone. "Good night, haha," he said, not looking up. "Yeah," I lied, "real good." I went to bed, but I couldn't sleep. That image of him and Megan by the fire pit kept playing in my head. The way he smiled at her, the way he didn't smile at me. I don't know what's going on yet. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm just lonely and he's just busy. But sitting there on those porch steps, eating that cold burger while they laughed without me, it felt like I didn't belong, not in that circle, not in my own marriage. And that scares me more than I want to admit, because if I'm right, if something's wrong, what the hell do I do next? The next few days after that barbecue, I couldn't shake it. Ryan's "you're hovering" kept echoing in my head, and every time I saw him on his phone, smirking at some text, my gut twisted. I tried to let it go, told myself I was being crazy. He's just busy, right? Work's been nuts for him. Open houses, late meetings. That's what he said anyway. But then Jenna called me on Tuesday and everything went to hell. I was at the office, crunching numbers for some guy's tax return, when my phone buzzed. "Claire, you free?" Jenna's voice was sharp, like she was pissed. "Yeah, what's up?" I asked, already dreading it. She didn't waste time. "I just saw Ryan at Brood Awakening with Megan. They were holding hands." My heart stopped. Brood Awakenings, that little coffee shop downtown, our spot, mine and Ryan's. Holding hands? "You sure?" I croaked. She sent me a photo, blurry, but there they were, sitting close, his fingers laced with hers. "I didn't stick around to play detective," she said. "But you needed to know." I mumbled a thanks and hung up, staring at that picture. My hands were shaking. No, this can't be real. I wanted to believe it was a mistake. Maybe they were just, planning a work thing? But that laugh at the barbecue, her hand on his arm, it all came rushing back. I left work early, told my boss I felt sick. I did, sick to my stomach. When I got home, Ryan wasn't there, out with a client he'd texted earlier. Yeah, right. I poured a glass of wine, paced the living room, tried to calm down. It didn't work. His laptop was on the coffee table, still open. I don't snoop. I never have, but that night, I couldn't stop myself. I sat down, clicked into his email. My pulse was pounding so loud I could hear it. At first, nothing, just boring work stuff, house listings, contracts. Then I saw it. A confirmation for a cabin rental up in Cannon Beach. 2 nights last month. He'd told me he was at a real estate seminar in Portland. I stared at the screen. My wine glass slipped, hit the carpet. I didn't care. I opened his messages. There's this app he uses for clients. Bullshit. There she was. Megan. Months of texts. "Miss you, babe. Can't wait to see you." A photo of her in a bikini, captioned "For your eyes only." I scrolled, my throat closing up. He'd replied, "You're killing me. Claire's clueless." Clueless. That's me. I slammed the laptop shut, stood up, sat back down. My head was spinning. How long? How many lies? I checked the dates. Some nights he'd come home late, smelling like cologne I don't wear. Traffic was bad, he'd say. I'd nod, make dinner, act like everything was fine. God, I'm an idiot. I grabbed my phone, almost called him right then. "Explain this, you bastard," but I stopped. What if he lied again? What if he turned it around on me, like always? I needed more. I needed proof he couldn't dodge. The next day I was a zombie at work. Couldn't focus. Kept seeing those texts in my head. "Claire's clueless." It burned. Around noon, Jenna texted again. "You okay?" No, I wasn't. I called her on my lunch break, hiding in my car so nobody'd hear me lose it. "I found stuff," I said, voice cracking. "He's been with her for months." She cursed. "That son of a bitch. What you gonna do?" I didn't know. I can't believe it, Jen. He's my husband." She went quiet, then said, "You don't deserve this. Come over tonight. We'll figure it out." I nodded, even though she couldn't see me. Hung up. Wiped my eyes. That night I went to Jenna's. Ryan texted he'd be late. Shocker. I didn't reply. Jenna poured me coffee, sat me down. "Show me everything," she said. I pulled up the emails, the texts, that damn cabin receipt. She scrolled through it, her jaw tight. "This is disgusting, Claire. He's trash." I laughed, bitter. "Yeah, well, I married him." She grabbed my hand. This isn't your fault. He's the one screwing around. I wanted to argue. Maybe I'd missed something. Maybe I wasn't enough. But I couldn't. The evidence was right there. Then I remembered something. His bank app. He's terrible with passwords. Same one for everything. I logged in from my phone, hands trembling again. There it was, withdrawals, hundreds of bucks, matched up with dates he was working late. A Venmo payment to Megan Holt, $50. Memo, for the pics. Pictures? My ass. He'd been dipping into our savings for her. I dropped the phone. He's spending our money on her, I whispered. Jenna's eyes went wide. Oh, hell no. He's done. I didn't sleep that night. Kept replaying it all, the barbecue, the texts, the money, my husband, the guy I trusted was living a whole other life. With her and me. I'm the clueless one, stuck flipping burgers while they laughed behind my back. I was mad, madder than I've ever been, but under that, I was breaking. How could he do this? How could I not see it? I wanted to confront him, scream, throw his laptop out the window, but I didn't. Not yet. I needed to be sure, needed him to look me in the eye and try to lie his way out of this. Because when I hit him with it, he's not getting away. I couldn't hold it in anymore. After that night at Jenna's, staring at those texts and bank statements, I was a ticking bomb. Ryan came home the next evening, acting like nothing was wrong. It was Thursday, rainy as hell outside, and I'd been sitting on the couch for hours, his laptop open on my lap, that cabin receipt pulled up. He walked in, tossed his keys on the counter and grinned. Hey, babe, long day. Long day? I wanted to throw something at him. Instead, I stood up, legs shaky, and said, We need to talk. He raised an eyebrow, still smirking. What's up? You look weird. Weird? That's what he said. I grabbed his phone from the coffee table. He'd left it there, cocky as ever, and shoved it in his face. Explain this. The screen was still on Megan's messages. I'd unlocked it with his stupid password earlier. His eyes flicked to it, and for a second he froze. Then he laughed. Claire, what the hell? You're snooping now? My blood boiled. Don't you dare, I snapped. I saw everything. The texts, the cabin, our money, you and Megan. He stepped back, hands up like I was the crazy one. Whoa, slow down. It's not what it looks like. Not what it looks like? I almost screamed. You're texting her, miss you, babe? And it's not what it looks like? You spent hundreds on her. Our savings, Ryan. My voice cracked, but I didn't care. He ran a hand through his hair, pacing now. Okay, look, we're just friends. She's helping me with work stuff. You're blowing this way out of proportion. Friends. I laughed this time, sharp and ugly. Friends don't sneak off to cabins together. Friends don't lie about seminars. You think I'm that stupid? That's when he flipped it. His face hardened and he turned on me. You know what, Claire? Maybe if you weren't so suffocating, I wouldn't need to unwind with someone else. You're always on me. Work, home, nagging. I can't breathe around you. Suffocating? Nagging? I stood there, stunned. I'm suffocating you, I yelled. I'm the one cooking your dinners, paying half the bills while you're screwing around with her. He rolled his damn eyes, and said, You're paranoid. This is why we've got problems. You don't trust me. I lost it. Trust you? You're a liar. I've got proof, Ryan. Texts, receipts, bank records. You're caught. I threw the phone at him. It hit the couch, bounced off. He glared at me, then snatched it up. You're pathetic, Claire. Digging through my stuff, real mature. That word, pathetic, cut deeper than anything else. I felt my chest cave in. Pathetic? I whispered. I trusted you. 5 years, Ryan. And this is what I get? He didn't answer, just grabbed his jacket and headed for the door. I'm not doing this right now. You're unhinged. Unhinged? I shouted after him. You don't get to walk away. Face me, you coward. But he didn't. The door slammed, and I heard his car peel out. I stood there, shaking, the house dead quiet except for the rain pounding the windows. Then it hit me. All of it. The lies, the money, Megan's stupid bikini pic. I sank to the floor right there in the living room. My eyes burned, but I didn't cry. Not yet. I just felt empty, like someone had ripped my life out from under me, and he had the nerve to call me the problem. I don't know how long I sat there. An hour, maybe 2. My phone buzzed. Jenna, checking in. I ignored it. Couldn't talk. Couldn't think. But then it buzzed again, and I finally picked up. "Claire, what's going on?" she demanded. I broke. "I confronted him," I said, voice hoarse. "He lied, said I'm suffocating him, then he left." She cursed, loud. "That bastard. Where are you?" "Home," I mumbled. "Stay there. I'm calling Derek. We're coming over." They showed up 20 minutes later, Jenna with a bottle of whiskey, Derek with that quiet, pissed-off look he gets. I was still on the floor, laptop open, surrounded by crumpled tissues I didn't remember grabbing. Jenna hugged me hard. "You're okay. We've got you." Derek crouched down, looked at the screen. "He's a piece of shit, Claire. You don't deserve this." I nodded, numb. "He said I'm pathetic," I whispered. Derek's jaw clenched. "He's the pathetic one. Hiding behind lies? He's weak." Jenna poured me a shot. "Drink, then tell us everything." So I did. The fight, his excuses, how he turned it all on me. Saying it out loud made it real. Too real. "I feel so stupid," I said, staring at the glass. "How did I not see this?" Jenna grabbed my shoulders. "You're not stupid. He's a snake. He played you, and that's on him." Derek nodded. "He's not getting away with this, Claire. We'll figure it out." I took the shot, the burn waking me up a little. They stayed for hours, talking me down, planning what's next. But inside, I was a mess, furious one second, crushed the next. How could he say that? Suffocating. I gave him everything, and he threw it back in my face like I'm nothing. I kept seeing his smirk, hearing his car drive off. He didn't even care. 5 years gone, and I'm the one left picking up the pieces. But sitting there with Jenna and Derek, something shifted. I wasn't done, not yet. He wants to run, fine, but he's not escaping this. Not after what he's done. After Ryan stormed out and left me on the floor, something snapped. Not broke, snapped, like a rubber band pulled too tight. I was done crying, done feeling like trash. Jenna and Derek stayed late that night, and by the time they left, I had a plan. Not some wild movie-style revenge. No burning his clothes or slashing tires. I'm not that person. But I wasn't letting him walk away clean, either. He'd screwed me over. 5 years, our money, my trust, and he was gonna pay. Friday morning, I called in sick to work. Couldn't face the spreadsheets anyway. My head was buzzing, but not with hurt anymore. With focus. I sat at the kitchen table, laptop open, coffee going cold. First thing, the money. He'd drained our joint savings, thousands, not just hundreds like I'd thought. I pulled up the bank records again, payments to Megan, hotel charges, even a fancy dinner in Portland the night he said he was stuck in traffic. Our account was down to almost nothing. That was my money too. Years of late nights at the firm, tax season overtime. No way he was keeping it. I called a divorce lawyer, found her online, some woman in Newport with good reviews. She picked up fast. "Hi, this is Claire. My husband's cheating and he spent our savings. What can I do?" She was calm, sharp. "Get me everything, bank statements, texts, receipts. Oregon's a no-fault state, but we can fight for what's yours." I emailed her the files right then. Every screenshot, every transaction. "He's not hiding this," she said, scrolling through it on her end. "We'll file today. Freeze the account. He won't touch another dime." I felt a rush. Finally, some control. Next, I needed him out. He hadn't come home since the fight, probably crashing with Megan or some buddy. Fine by me. I texted him, "Get your stuff this weekend. I'm done." No reply. Typical. Derek came over that afternoon, truck parked out front. "We're changing the locks," he said, tossing me a screwdriver. "He doesn't get to waltz back in here. We did it ourselves. 2 hours, a couple of beers, and the house was mine again." Every turn of the bolt felt like locking him out of my life. "Good riddance," Derek muttered, testing the new key. I nodded. "Yeah." He's gone. But that wasn't enough. Ryan's whole game was his charm. Selling houses, schmoozing clients, playing the perfect guy. I wanted that gone too. Jenna had the idea over coffee Saturday morning. His real estate page, she said, grinning. He's all over Facebook, right? Post the truth. I hesitated. That's petty, isn't it? She shrugged. He's petty. Spending your money on her? Come on, Claire. Hit him where it hurts. She was right. His reputation was everything. I'd seen the comments on his posts. Best agent ever. So trustworthy. Trustworthy my ass. We didn't go overboard, just enough to sting. I logged into his business page. He'd left the password saved on my laptop, idiot. Jenna helped me draft it. Hey, clients. Thinking of working with Ryan Kessler? Ask him about the cabin trips with his photographer, Megan Holt. Paid for with my savings, honest agent. We attach a screenshot. His text to her. Claire's clueless. My hands shook as I hit post. You sure? Jenna asked. Hell yes, I said. Within an hour the comments blew up. What a creep. Dropping him ASAP. Is this real? I watched his perfect little world crack, and damn, it felt good. By Monday, the lawyer called. Filed the papers. Accounts frozen. He'll get served today. I smirked. Perfect. Then my phone buzzed. Ryan, finally. What the fuck, Claire? You're ruining me. I could hear the panic. You posted that shit online. My clients are bailing. I kept my voice steady. You ruined us, Ryan. You and Megan. Deal with it. He cursed, begged. Take it down. We can talk. Talk after he called me pathetic? No, I said. You're served. Lose my number. I hung up, blocked him. Done. Word spread fast in this town. Derek texted me later. Some guys at his site knew Ryan, said he'd been scrambling, losing deals left and right. He's toast, Derek wrote. I didn't doubt it. Megan ghosted him too. Jenna checked her Instagram, no trace of him in her stories anymore. Guess she didn't like the heat. Our savings? Lawyer said I'd get most of it back. His spending was reckless, provable. The house was mine in the split too. He'd have nothing but his lies and that stupid grin. I sat on the couch that night, alone but not lonely. The rain tapped the windows and I felt steady. Not happy yet, but solid. I'd taken everything he threw at me, his cheating, his gaslighting, and turned it back on him. He thought I'd just take it, roll over like always. Nope, not this time. Jenna called, giddy. You see his page? Total meltdown. You're a badass, Claire. I laughed. A real one. Yeah, maybe I am. It wasn't about petty revenge, not really. It was justice. He'd built his life on screwing me over, and I tore it down, brick by brick. The locks, the money, that post, it was me saying, you don't get to win. And he didn't. He's out there now, flailing, while I'm here, still standing. I'm not naive anymore. I know what I'm worth, and he's never touching that again. It's been a month since I hit Ryan where it hurt. His wallet, his reputation, his ego. The dust settled now, and I'm still here, in this house that's mine alone. The rain's tapping the roof again tonight, a steady hum that feels less lonely than it used to. I'm not gonna lie, it's been rough. But I'm not drowning anymore. I'm breathing. And Ryan, he's a wreck. Guess that's what happens when you build your life on lies and they all come crashing down. He showed up last week out of the blue. I was in the kitchen making coffee when the doorbell rang. Peeked through the window, there he was, soaked, looking like he hadn't slept in days. No jacket, just a wrinkled shirt and that desperate look I used to fall for. I opened the door, but didn't let him in. What do you want, Ryan? He rubbed his face, voice shaky. Claire, I messed up. I'm sorry. Megan's gone, my job's tanked, everything's gone. Can we talk? Talk after all that? I almost laughed. You had your chance, I said. You called me pathetic. You spent our money on her. We're done. He begged. Actually begged. I'll change. I'll fix it. Please take me back. His eyes were red, like he'd been crying. Part of me, the old me, wanted to cave. 5 years is a long time, you know. But then I remembered the barbecue, the texts, him walking out while I fell apart. "No," I said, firm. "You made your bed, Ryan. Lie in it." I shut the door, locked it. New locks, ones he doesn't have a key to. Heard him yell something, then his car sputtered off. That was it. Last I'll see of him, I hope. Jenna and Derek came over tonight, brought pizza and a six-pack. We sat in the living room, boxes on the coffee table, no fancy plates or anything, just us. "Heard he's living in some shitty apartment now," Derek said, cracking a beer. "Lost his car, too. Repo guy got it," Jenna smirked. "Karma's a bitch, huh?" I nodded, chewing a slice. "Yeah, guess so." They didn't push me to talk about it, just let me sit with it. That's what I love about them. No pity, just presence. Made me feel less alone. The divorce went through fast. Lawyer called a few days ago. Papers signed, assets split. I got most of the savings back, plus the house. Ryan fought it, but the evidence was airtight. All those withdrawals, those receipts. He couldn't spin his way out. He's got nothing now, and I've got what's mine. Doesn't erase the hurt, but it's a start. I've been putting the money into fixing this place up. New paint, a couch that doesn't smell like him, making it my own. Megan's out of the picture too. Saw her Instagram last week. New guy already, some tattooed dude with a motorcycle. No mention of Ryan, like he never existed. Figures. She was in it for the thrill, not the fallout. I don't care anymore. She's his mess, not mine. Funny how fast she bailed when the cash dried up. Guess they deserved each other. Two liars chasing something shiny till it broke. Sitting here with Jenna and Derek, I started thinking about it all. How it started, that barbecue, me on the porch steps feeling like I didn't fit. How I ignored the signs, told myself it was fine. I was so scared of losing him that I lost me instead. 5 years and I didn't see who he really was. Or maybe I did and I just didn't want to admit it. "You okay?" Jenna asked, snapping me out of it. I nodded. "Yeah, just processing." Derek leaned back, beer in hand. "You're tougher than you think, Claire. He's the weak one." I smiled a little. "Maybe." It's true, though. I survived this, his cheating, his lies, the way he turned it on me. I didn't just survive, I fought back. Locks changed, money reclaimed, his perfect little life trashed. I didn't need him to save me, I saved myself. That's what sticks with me now. Not the hurt, but the strength. I don't trust easy anymore. Can't after that. But I'm learning to trust me, my gut, my worth. I used to think I needed Ryan to feel whole, like he was the piece that made me matter. Turns out, I'm enough on my own. Maybe more than enough. Jenna hugged me before they left. "Proud of you," she said. Derek just nodded, but I saw it in his eyes too. They've got my back, always will. That's more than Ryan ever gave me. The house is quiet now, just me in the rain. I'm not where I want to be yet. Still wake up some nights reaching for him, still flinch when I see a car like his. But I'm getting there. I've got my job, my people, this place, I've made mine. Ryan's out there, floundering, and I'm here, standing. He thought he could break me and walk away. He was wrong. I'm not the clueless one anymore. I'm the one who won. So yeah, it sucked. Worst year of my life, hands down. But it taught me something. Betrayal doesn't end you unless you let it. I didn't. I took the hit, got back up, and built something better. Ryan's gone, and I'm still here. That's my story. Not a fairy tale, but it's mine. And for the first time in a long time, I'm okay with that. If this hit close to home, hit subscribe, drop a comment, and let's talk. I'm here, and I listen.